Hey everybody. So we'll see who joins today. I came on here yesterday and shared that um, I've gained about. I think my TV might be too loud. I've gained. Uh, I've gained about 50 pounds over the last 6 months, and I talked about why and what happened and all the things. But basically, if you don't know me, my name's Ailika Follette. I'm a mom of four, and about 8 years ago, I lost. I lost 120 pounds, and I did it naturally through exercise, eating, and really just lifestyle changes. And then what happened? And kept it off, right? I also began helping others uh, lose weight and feel better and get their body back and feel sexy again and love their curves and all the things. I became a personal trainer, a weight loss coach, and mindset coach, and all these things, right? And I also shared my journey here on YouTube. And so I was doing great, and life was great, and my four kids were living it up because, frankly, mom was doing better, right? And we were eating healthy, and everything was great. And then about 6 months ago, something really changed. And what changed is I had a loss in my family. One of my favorite people, my aunt, passed away. And so when that happened, it was definitely crushing, right? Saw myself picking up some weight, but I was still continuing to exercise and eat right and do the things, but the weight was coming on. I'm like, what is happening and why? And then another aunt passed. And so saw the weight continuing to come on. And then January came around, and this was literally the end of October until January. January came around, and I realized I'd gained like 30, 40 pounds. And I'm like, what the heck happened? And this was in literally 2 months. So I was like, I've got to shift. So, anyways, then I began to lose some weight again, dropped a couple pounds, and then boop, another blow, right? And so the weight came back on, came back on. And what's funny is when I was a weight loss coach, I would share with folks, I would say, hey, I would say, what I'm going to show you, you're going to lose the weight and you'll keep it off for good. But there's going to be two things that could potentially bring weight back on. And one is having a baby. You have a baby, you just don't know how how your body's going to manage, right? And the second thing is a loss. When we have losses in our family or losses in our lives, you never know how you're going to react. But here's the thing: I for whatever reason I thought I could manage that. I could manage a loss. I guess not. So I gained 50 pounds in 6 months. So here's why I'm talking about this, because what I realized is I found out what was going on with my body, why the weight came back on and came back on with a vengeance. Hey, LB, I see some people on here saying hi. I saw why the weight came back on and came on with a vengeance. And I realized it was stress. Though I was still exercising, though I was eating, pretty much on plan. Yes, I'd have a drink here and there or whatever, but it wasn't like I was going nuts, right? I wasn't binge eating or doing anything too crazy or wild, but the weight was not going anywhere. And so I realized I had to shift. I realized I needed to manage the stress first, and then other things could happen. Hey, Ruth, how are you? So, so here's the thing. I've actually started to do this about really like April 29th, May 1st, somewhere around there. I finally took hold of it and said, I'm not going to do this anymore, right? I'm not going to deal with this. And so when that happened, thank you so much. Yes, please thumbs up. When that happened, things started to shift. I was focused on my eating, focused on my exercise, but really focused on the stress management. And just since April 29th, I've lost 10 pounds. So then I said, I don't want to do this by myself. It's like I want to do this with other people, because the more I talked about this, the more I continued to connect with people who were dealing with the same things. Stress, maybe they're going through some grief, they lost someone close to them, or stress in their lives, maybe they're running a business or work is too crazy or their kids are stressing, whatever's happening, right? And so I was like, I want to host one of my challenges because number one, I don't want to do this alone. And number two, I see that there's so many others who are struggling in this. So I was like, I'm going to host a challenge. So if you've been following me here for a while, you know that in 2018, 2017, when I started my channel, I started hosting these weight loss challenges. And they were challenges where you get to win money, right? So it's like you get to lose the weight, right? But also you get to win some money. And we have fun. So if it's something you're interested in, I left the in the description of this video, I put the link, but you can join the challenge. Basically, what I do is you have there's an entry fee to join. Anyone that joins, a portion of the entry fee goes to into a cash pot, into a pot, right? The bigger the pot, the bigger the cash prize. And there's a first, second, and third place winner. So I share with you meal plans, workouts, and I share with you literally what I am doing every day. So I've lost, now that I've lost 10 pounds in the past 2 weeks, I'm showing you what I'm doing, and I'm taking you with me on this journey so you can do it too. Because if you right now are saying, man, this speaks to me. I have been dealing with so much stress lately. I've lost multiple people in my family. I literally, this past 6 months, lost 4 family members, 4 people. It's insane. If that's you, I would say join this challenge. You're going to get meal plans, you're going to get workouts, but you're really going to get a community and accountability and guidance on this journey. Because though I've gained 50 pounds in the last 6 months, I kept 120 pounds off for nearly 8 years. And I helped thousands of women lose weight and keep it off for good for them as well. So I know what I'm doing. Now I would just love to do it with others. So if you want to get in on this, I would say join this challenge. You can go to ilikafillette.com. Thank you so much, Ruth. And thank you, LB. I don't know how to put in the chat while I'm on my phone, to be honest. But if you go to the description of this video or just go to ilikafillette.com, it's $55 to join the challenge. $15 of each entry goes to the cash pot, right? And basically, let's say we have 10 people join the challenge. Well, if 10 people join the challenge, then first place winner gets $100. Second place winner gets $30. Third place winner gets $20. So you basically make money to get healthy, right? I just always thought that was so cool. Probably because I grew up pretty competitive, right? I played basketball and stuff like that. So to me, it's cool to be able to win money to get healthy. But we're going to be working with you every step of the way because I think it's a fun thing to do, and I love doing this with other people. I've had women in these challenges when I used to do them lose 20 pounds in 4 weeks and not feel like they were being overly restricted, right? Because this is something I want you to learn how to do it. I want you to know how to do it so that you can sustain it. Like that's always been my claim to fame, that I could sustain the weight loss. And so honestly, when I gained the weight, it was embarrassing for me a little bit when I gained it back. And then I had to realize you lost 4 people, 4 people that you were close to, that you loved, right? It was 2 aunts, my uncle, and then my younger cousin, and all of them passed of like cancer and stuff like that. So it was tough, but you know what? We get through these things, and my stress level was through the roof, and it was literally affecting my weight. Like I went and got a bunch of tests done and all this stuff, and I saw what it was, and I had to be able to manage it. So those are some of the things that we're working on in this challenge as well. Managing the stress, right? Managing these things that are impacting our weight, especially if you're over a certain age. Stress can really impact your weight. Like like so I was a personal trainer and all those things, so, and a weight loss coach for years. Honestly, the younger you are, the less the stress impacts your weight, but the older you are, the more it can impact you, right? And especially if you're going through those like premenopausal years and things like that. So we're working on managing that. So if you want to get in this challenge, if you're feeling like you just want some help on this journey or jumpstart some things, getting ready for the summer and all those things, right? Then go ahead and either go to ilikafillette.com or go to the description of this video, and you can click on the link and join the challenge. Pay your $55 entry fee. And then, $15 of it goes to the cash pot, and you get to win. You could win $100 if 10 people join. If 100 people join, it could literally be $1,000 cash prize, right? So the first place winner, $300 second place, $200 to third place winner. I really think this could be a challenge where there's going to be about 100 or more people joining, which would be really cool because that'll be 100 people focusing on their health. And I just think that's super awesome. So anyways, I'm going to read some of these comments. King of Kings says, would you recommend skin removal or tightening after weight loss, or do you regret it? So if you watched my weight loss surgery, my not weight loss surgery, my skin removal surgery video, right? So number one, I lost the weight just doing keto and exercising, lifestyle changes, that sort of thing, right? And after losing the weight, 120 pounds, I got skin removal surgery. But I didn't have a lot of loose skin. Like my stomach wasn't loose. Like actually, if you clicked on this video because you saw like the picture in the front, that was me before skin removal surgery. So I didn't really have a lot of skin, but I had this like pouch at the bottom because I'd had a hernia repair, 10 years ago, and I also had 4 C-sections. So I had this pouch that was not going away, and I was like, you know what? I have done all this work. I want to be in a bikini without this pouch. I want to be able to wear pants and not have to pull that pouch into the pants. So I got skin removal surgery, right? For that area there. Well, here's the thing. I love this question. Would I recommend it, right? I 100% would recommend it, especially if you're like me and it's like, you know what? I don't want to deal with that pouch anymore, right? But here's the thing. You got to be smart about how you do it. Who you pick as the doctor. I actually picked a really good doctor, right? The second piece is the post-op. So who you go to for post-op. And that means like going to a recovery house, who you're going to, if you go to a recovery house, who you go to for that. And then secondly is who you use for lymphatic massage, because lymphatic massage piece is so important. If you are in Maryland, I've got some contacts that I can, Maryland, DC, Virginia, or even like Texas and Florida. I've got a few contacts. I would say find some really good people, because I actually went to the wrong person for lymphatic massage first and ended up with a hole in my body, literally a hole in my back. Thank God I found someone else afterwards, and she was an RN who also did lymphatic massage, and she actually, knew what to do to help that wound heal. So thank God for her. But yeah, it was crazy. I'm in New York, so I'm guessing I can find someone good in New York. You should be able to find someone good in New York City. I'm a 40-year-old guy, and I always looked young, but I lost 75 pounds, and it makes me look old. Yes, I was thinking about doing something about the skin on my face and my body. You know what, King of Kings, I have seen and heard of that, where people look a lot older after they lose weight. Now, I think it has to do with how the weight was lost, meaning like how you manage your skin while you were losing the weight, the types of food you ate, also whether you stayed hydrated, things like that. Because what I've noticed is, so I've worked with a lot of women mostly, right, to lose weight. And the women that I've worked with, the biggest thing that they did was like that we shared was around like how to eat so that you could like take care of your skin, how to eat so that you take care of your body inside and out, right? And how to hydrate, how to nourish your body throughout, because that I remember seeing people years ago who lost a bunch of weight and looked way older, and I was like, I do not want that to be me. Like that actually was part of some of the things that held me back on losing weight, because I didn't want to look like I look way older. So I hear what you're saying. So yeah, I would say you can save it. I think it's not just surgery that will help you save it. I think hydrating and things like that will really, really help. And also, I'm not sure what type of exercise you do, but strength training and all that will also help a lot. So I hope that helps you. But yeah, so for anybody that wants to be a part of this, right? I am back on my journey, or back on my mission, I'll say, of taking off these, 40 pounds that are still living here, right? removing, getting that weight removed, right? Meaning exercising, eating on plan, managing the stress, because no matter how much I exercise and eat on plan, if the stress is still here, then the weight will still be here as well. So I've really, really been working on that, and that's something that I am really helping people work through during this challenge as well. So if you want to get in this challenge, I would say go to ilikafollette.com or go to the description of this video. Yeah, I still do keto in and out, right? So it's keto and low carb for me. And part of the reason is it's not because I just love keto so much. Because I mean, I think for me, keto worked really, really well. But the reason that I still stay low carb is because I almost have no choice. My knees bother me so much when I eat like bread and things like that. So I automatically have to be like gluten free. Otherwise, it affects, like, I get a bunch of inflammation if I'm not gluten free. So I have to be gluten free, and then I also have to get rid of sugar. So at the end of the day, when you get rid of sugar and gluten, you pretty much are defaulting to keto, right? Not even necessarily on purpose, but when I say keto, also you got to look. I started keto in 2016, right? 2016, 2017. When you started back then, you couldn't go to Costco and get all these foods that said, keto on it, right? You couldn't go to Target or wherever and get keto foods. It wasn't a thing. So you had to pretty much just eat like meats and vegetables. And so that's how I've always done it since then, right? I never, it just didn't make sense to me to eat all these bars just because they said keto on it, right? This is how you eat meats and vegetables, and so that's how I continue to do it. Here and there, every so often, I'll have a sweet potato, especially a sweet potato fry. I love sweet potato fries, so I'll play in there a little bit. I'll even have some rice here and there. But for the most part, it's just really, really high quality foods because I want to be healthy. That's so important to me. So I try and stay away from processed foods as much as I can. And that's the biggest thing. That's why I'm like, even though I lean keto, I don't really necessarily call myself eating keto as much anymore because of the fact that with all the crap out there that they put the name keto on, I just, ugh, I hate that. It's like ketosis is a way of life, it's a way of eating. It's a way, like, your body gets into ketosis because you've reduced the carbs. If you are out here eating all the crap that says keto on it in the grocery store, you are not helping yourself, and that's my biggest thing. I understand I was keto in 2016 as well and lost weight. Unfortunately, I gained it back. Still on my journey though. LB, you should join the challenge if you're up for it, especially because sometimes you just need a jump start. And I realized that was a thing. That's always a thing for me. And it could just be because I was competitive growing up. I played sports and things like that. But I noticed with so many people, it's nice to have that jump start because the quick wins matter, right? And when I say quick wins matter, I don't mean like the what is that thing called where people talk about how do stuff fast, or I can't even think of the word. Basically, uh like, whatever, like the fast way of doing things or whatever, but I mean, when I say quick wins, I mean like when you're doing the thing and you start to see some weight move off of you, right? You start to see some results. It makes you want to keep going to see those results. Whereas a lot of folks will sit there and stand back and be like, oh, well, it's not working, and then they stop, right? So it's like to have a group and have that support and accountability with you while you're getting started, it gives you a better chance to keep going, right? It gives you a better chance to move forward. So King says the word of keto, the word keto on packages is a red flag for me. Yes, exactly. One time I was like I just was walking past something, like, I'm not getting that because it says keto on it. Then I was like, you know what? Let me go look and see what it says. And it actually had really good ingredients, right? But I get so, like, it's such a red flag. Like, I'm like, don't even write it. Don't even write the word on there because you immediately lose me. It's like when I used to see ice cream that said gluten free on it. And I was like, ice cream is innately gluten free unless especially if it's like vanilla. Like, why would it have gluten in it? And I thought, you know what? They're putting some crazy stuff in this ice cream if they feel like they had to write gluten free on it. Red flag, right? I don't ever want it. So, and then LB, yep, I agree. They will throw the word keto on anything. One day I saw a thing of keto oatmeal, right? And I missed oatmeal so much this time. This is probably like 2019, 2018, somewhere around there. I was missing oatmeal. So I was like, you know what? And I was super strict with keto. And I was like, let me see this keto. And I almost bought it. Like I saw it say keto. And it was early on when it wasn't a whole bunch of things that said keto. And I was like, let me try this. I went to get this keto oatmeal and I was gonna buy it. I had it in my cart. And I was like, wait, let me look at the nutrition. I looked on the back. That thing said 34 carbs. And I'm like, how on earth is this keto and it's 34 carbs? It had oatmeal oats in it. It had like gluten something, like it had all these things. It's like this is like the worst thing ever. The reason they could put keto on it is because they threw in a bunch of fake fibers. And so now it only had like 5 net carbs or something. I was like, no, not for me. So anyways, yeah, LB says I would definitely like to join the challenge. I plan to check it out after this live. Awesome. I'm super excited for you. This challenge is a game changer. It's funny because I really decided to have it yesterday. Or no, earlier this week. I was like, I should do this challenge because I knew that I had made a shift and I could feel the shift. And I thought, I know there's people out here right now. Like you're out here thinking, man, like when am I going to get back to it? Or, oh, I'm back to it for a day and then fell off again. Oh, I made it a week this time. Fell off again. And it's like that constant back and forth. And it's just like, you know what? If I'm doing it and I know I can motivate people and folks can win money and have some fun, I'm always like, you know what? Have fun, lose weight, win money. That's 3 for 3. That's a win-win, right? So I was like, I should just do one of my challenges. I haven't done one in over a year. And I was like, I should do one of these challenges, bring folks along with me on this journey so we all get to get healthy together. It's so much fun. And it's like especially fun doing it together. So yeah. Well, I'm so glad that you guys joined me tonight. I hope everyone has a good night. Be sure to go to ilikafollette.com or go to the description of this video. Get in this challenge. This 4-week weight loss challenge is going to be a game changer because remember, you're getting meal plans, you're getting guidance, you're getting workouts, right? I'm showing you why I gained the weight and what I've been doing this past like 2 weeks just to lose. I've lost 20% of that weight, right? In just the past 2 weeks. And I'm showing you exactly what I've been doing to do that as well so that we can go together on this journey. Like in the group, because we're going to have a private group, I'll be going live pretty regularly. We'll have some impromptu group like Zoom calls, things like that. And I'm sharing like exactly what I'm doing. And I'm also going to be talking about how to tailor things to you because the way I see it is not everybody's the same, right? Maybe folks don't want to do keto. I'm going to show you how to tailor your meal plan to you, right? Maybe someone doesn't want to, do the types of workouts I do. So I'm showing you how to do some quicker ones and some easier ones. Workouts when you have more time on your hand that day. Workouts when you have less time, right? So that we get to do this so that it fits into the lifestyle that you have versus trying to create something that's not sustainable. It's got to be sustainable so you can stick to it. That's always a big thing for me. All right. So thank you guys for watching today. Be sure to go to ilikafollette.com so you can join this challenge, right? Join the 4-week weight loss and wellness challenge so you can win money, have some fun, and lose some weight. All right. I'll see you guys soon. Take care.